Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.
Boom! You know what it is. It's real late, Rosenberg radio style.
Shalom.
Shalom to you, my brother. Jay Electronica.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When
yes,
was
sir.
the last
Peace,
time
peace,
I
peace.
saw you, man?
Last time you saw me, it was probably like the summer of 2008.
You might want to silence your phone, man.
Okay. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Wait, no, it wasn't summer of 2008.
Was it?
When we did that little podcast thing, it was.
Oh, no.
last year
Yeah.
sometime.
Okay. Was that last year? Man. Phew.
It was a
Okay.
while ago, though.
Okay.
And things have gotten crazy.
Yeah.
Since I first played Extra Extra, which I guess was the first record I played.
Which is still one of my favorite records.
Wonderful tune.
Thank you, sir.
Things have gotten crazy, man. Like,
Yeah. I don't know how to put this on silent. Oh, yes, I do.
did you know, like, let me just tell everyone, I met Jay Electronica at Rock the Bells 2 years ago, and his brother TJ. I met you guys a couple years ago.
Who you didn't remember,
Who I
so we
didn't
just had to
remember
remind
now
you,
I
but
feel
because
horrible, because now I actually remember well. It's hard, though.
I'm not gonna tell everybody why you forgot. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna let you.
So
I'm
you
gonna
saying
let you. I'm gonna let you live on this one.
Are you saying because he's black?
I'm saying because you're Jewish.
Oh, my God. We're going both ways. All right. So I met you guys a couple years ago at Rock the Bells, and I felt like I was late. Like, I was like, oh, I'm just meeting you, but I've heard a lot about you. I played a couple of your tunes, but I'd heard so much already about this guy, Jay Electronica, and now here we sit 2 years later,
Yeah.
and it's like
It's crazy.
something epic's happening, it feels like. Like, what, did you feel a moment? Was there a moment when it shifted and things started getting crazy?
Actually, I think it's been because I've been in it. It's hard to look at a moment when you're in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think I had a moment recently when we went to the knitting factory and everybody was there. Everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I was
Like,
mad I missed this night.
It was that night. It was that night that I
the
kinda,
Tribe night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that night that I kind of realized, oh, something else is going on here. You know what I'm saying? Not just they like this song. You know what I'm saying? Or not even, and it's not because not how I feel, because it's me. You know what I'm saying? Exhibit C is getting a lot of attention and is exposing a lot of people to what I do. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's a culmination of things. You know what I'm saying? And Exhibit C just being the running back that saw the hole and bust open the hole. Pause. I'm only doing pauses for you because
You don't have
I know
to,
you
man.
love
You
pause.
No, I just have a problem.
You're like cerebral palsy, man.
Cerebral palsy, man.
Yeah. Cerebral palsy.
AKA Judini.
Cerebral palsy, a.k.a. Houdini.
So what are people just approaching you in a way now where you can feel it's different, like the way people, like, when they tell you they love your music, that there's something?
No, okay. Actually, see, the way that people approach me now, they approach me the same way that people have always approached me, but now it's starting to be different demographics or different types of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's still the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still like it's crazy. Like, I get like you said, for years, like 2 years ago, I was getting emails and MySpace requests and Facebook requests to come speak at people's schools or speak at a shelter where somebody was abused or something like that. And and it used to be weird to me. I used to think like, damn, is this what happens when you start? You know? But I guess people were gravitating to something that's in the music and the songs, and it's not me. It's not that I'm the dopest rapper ever lived, which I'm a rapper, so yeah, I am the dopest rapper that ever lived. I'm the dopest rapper alive, but that's my ego talking, and my ego is right on that one. But I recognize that, no, I could hear somebody else or hear some other music and be like, oh no, this is a better song, this is better crap, this is a better piece of art than what I'm doing. But what people are connecting to is that I'm even in my music, every time I write a song, every time I do a song, when I listen to music, I'm not doing it from a place of, I had a long period of my life where I'm just trying to be the best. I'm going to show you that I'm the best. And then I had a period of my life, I'm going to get this bread. You know what I'm saying? I'm at a period now where I'm like, okay, let me be a better human, and let me just, it's almost like my diary. I'm going through, and people are connecting with a general feeling that everybody shares. Everybody's displeased with government. Everybody's displeased with religion. Everybody's displeased with their financial situation, the way that their relationship with their mom and their dad or their children or their cousins or somebody who they see in jail or I shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So like why Barack Obama is successful, not because was successful in the election wasn't because he's the most handsomest or he's the most well-spoken or the smartest and all this kind of thing. It was because people were connecting to something that is already present. You know what I'm saying? But now it happens to be a person that they feel that they can direct their energy towards, which I don't want that either, because that's dangerous too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where we always fail too. We always build to this kind of a point, and then we assign it to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. We got to assign it to what it is. It is everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I think anyway. Did I even answer your question?
Nope, never. Okay, why would you?
What's the question? I'm sorry. What's the question?
I don't remember anymore. Yo, Jay, let me tell you. No.
I don't have no problem with. Hold on a second. Let me cut you so we can stick to it. You could do me that.
The problem is with my show is I never do that. I like just let things be.
My bad.
That's what Real Late is for. Is to play music, to be uncut, is let people know who you are. Because
curse?
No, you know what? Because I want this to be a special podcast. The unedited version's me for the podcast, and then we'll edit it for the Real Late.
Well then, okay.
So we can do whatever the fuck we want, man.
But I want the curse over.
But yeah, we don't have to overdo it. But
okay.
I gotta say, when I met Jay, what I came away with was I called my brother. And I was like, yo, I met that cat Jay Electronica, and he was like, word, and I was like, yo, man.
He's delusional.
No, honestly, pause. I was like, yo, he's a charming dude. I was like, he's just a good guy, man. Like,
thank you, sir.
Yo, we had a
Jews
great,
always like blacks.
We have always been. We ride together more than we get credit for.
Yeah, we talk. Look, man. Look. Here's the history of the blacks and Jews.
See, how did we get here? Go ahead, though.
We taught y'all Judaism.
Okay.
And y'all were Jews. We were Jews first.
The original.
Yeah. We were everything first.
But then weren't we the same thing? If blacks were Jews, then weren't we the same?
No. Y'all was somewhere else in the world at that time when we were in that region of the world.
So
okay, but
this is before.
We're talking about like 4,000 years ago right now.
This is before Moses and stuff?
No. Moses was the first interaction of, here, let me teach you something.
Got you.
Here,
That's how the.
Come on. Let me bring y'all into civilization. Look. This is what you eat. This is your dietary law. This is how you're supposed to treat marriage, family, children. This is what Moses brought, and why the Jewish people that the world recognizes as Jewish people right now, the reason why they are successful is because they are people that actually, for the most part, they laid hold to those teachers and that law, and they stuck to it. Now, just like every group of people, we out here wilding out and doing some evil, fucked up shit too. Just like they got Jews that's out here wilding out doing evil. Of course. I ain't scared to say it. I'm not gonna let nobody pull their belt out and make me not say it. I'm gonna say it.
Oh, there are crazy, evil, fucked up Jews,
right.
they're crazy,
blacks,
fucked up blacks.
Yeah. But we get a pass though. Okay, but anyway,
you get in America at least.
Yeah. I'm gonna start. We need a battle.
Blacks versus Jews.
Battle, BADL, the Black Anti-Defamation League.
Oh, you definitely.
We need that. We need.
Yeah, but you understand.
Okay. Yeah,
the ADL's so bad. I mean, that doesn't help.
Of course. Okay,
Jews,
yeah.
we create so much bullshit for ourselves. That's neither here nor there. Yeah. But I met Jay.
But we love the Jews.
And I love the blacks.
And they
I'm not
love.
gonna lie.
Okay, thank you, man.
But I met.
You gotta love the black, or you wouldn't love the universe or everything that you came from.
Exactly. Or hip hop, or beautiful women, which I'm a little more direct with it. But yeah, exactly. But I met this guy. And we just had a fun day. We ended up, it was at Rock the Bells, which is fun in general.
Yeah, it was.
And it was just a good day. We were out, and that was the Bay one, right? That was in San Francisco, I believe.
It was.
It was out in the Bay. It was just a good day. And I was like, I F with this dude. And then since then, watching you come along has been exciting. But I have to say, man, I never thought that I was going to be playing Exhibit C on my morning show. I knew I'd play it on Sunday night.
Right.
But I didn't think I'll tell you, here's some crazy.
Wait, but was I telling you then? What did I do? If you remember, I told you something, a statement. I said, look, let me tell you something. You
remember saying this?
Yeah.
Or you're pretty sure you said it?
No, I said it.
On camera or off camera?
It might be on camera.
Because I haven't put up all our video from that day either. I still have more stuff I haven't put up.
And we still got all the video from the studio too, SMT, the whole thing.
Okay, so wait, what did you say?
Okay, but I'm not going to say. I'm going to wait till we get off the air to say it. So I'm going to make it so you can remember it. Okay.
But I have to say, man, I got Exhibit C at the end of December, whatever it was, and I was preparing my Best of the Year show, where I put my 25 favorite records. I don't give a fuck about what people tell me is the best record. My favorite 25.
Right. Okay, yes, sir.
And
we appreciate that.
I mean, it's the only way I'm capable of doing it. So, as limited as it may be, it's who I am. I got Jay's record that week, and I made it the number 3 record of 2009.
Wow.
Right? Came out that week. Cats were like, oh, this is a 2010 record. I'm like, well, the impression it made on me in the last week was that it was the number 3 record of 2009.
Wow.
And I just never thought, then a few weeks, maybe a month later, I'm hanging out with my boss on some weekend night. I'm like, yo, Enough loves the Jay Electronica record. You got to add this record. This has to get in rotation. He's like, I don't know. He loves good hip hop, but he's a businessman. He's like, I don't know. We'll see if it's something that's good for the station. And then I look up. Someone tweets me last week or something like, yo, someone told me. I didn't even know. They were like, that record's in rotation, Hot 97. And a minute later, I'm sitting in the studio, and we start playing it at 7:30 in the morning. And I'm like, this is crazy. There's no chorus on this song.
Yeah, that is crazy.
This is just a standard issue hip-hop record.
Right, just rap.
It's not even some big single. I mean, it feels big in a hip hop sense, but it doesn't feel like a single like that.
Right. Yeah, it's not like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like a say it ain't like a no. I'm saying because I love that record.
You like say
Yeah, man. You know,
Trey Songz out right now. That's neither. I do a morning show. If you sat and listened to Trey Songz for 4 hours every morning,
I could listen to that. I could have that record embedded on my eardrums as a constant loop.
you're so weird.
Yeah.
But I believe you wholeheartedly. That's what makes you.
And Trey Songz is a special dude. Watch, let me see. It's something in him that he's still in his. We're gonna see something wonderful come out of that young man.
He's a talented dude, and he's definitely different. He can also be, but I sort of respect it, a total douchebag. But I respect that
That's fine,
because
but
in his lane, that's not common enough.
Yeah, but man, shit. If you would have caught me 10 years ago, I was a total douchebag.
Yeah,
You know what I'm a total douchebag now, but I just know how to, I know how to curtail it. I know how to check myself sometimes.
You want me to tell you? This is what my favorite thing. I love, because people check me all the time because I put my life out there so much. You want to know the shit talk about Jay Electronica from people who know Jay Electronica?
What's that?
I'll tell it right to your face because you're my man.
Yes, sir.
Because I agree when they tell me.
He's arrogant as a motherfucker.
No,
What?
not it.
Okay.
Jay Electronica is a flake. They're like, Jay Electronica, I love that guy, and then I don't hear from him for 6 months. You are a space cadet.
No.
You seem like you live in Jay Electronica world, and you're so charming that when people meet you, they gravitate towards you, want to be around you more. But then you're off doing you're Jay Electronica. You're off being Jay Electronica. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
What
That's what everybody does, though, right?
Well, yeah, I'm a space cadet too.
Yeah, you be off in Peter Rosenberg world.
I do. Why didn't you answer your phone this week? What did you do? I don't know. I watched 27 hours of wrestling.
Right. Okay. And you have the natural right as a human being to watch 27 hours of wrestling undisturbed when you choose to watch 27 hours of wrestling undisturbed. It's wrong of me. It's wrong of me to want to impose on your space and in your world, whatever you're doing, whatever you need to get at that moment, to impose on you. And if you don't allow me to impose, now I take issue with you.
Exactly.
That's wrong.
I agree.
Okay.
What's your 27 hours of wrestling? On a week, let's say, when everyone's hitting up Jay Electronica, Jay, I need you. This record's blowing up. Come do this. Come do that. And you're just like, fuck it. I'm in Jay world right now.
TJ, my brother, my DJ.
You guys
wait, hold on. Shout out to DJ TJ the King from Detroit City. My brother, my confidant.
What up?
My DJ.
So as someone who's super close with Jay, right?
No.
What is he doing?
He being himself.
What does that mean? What does that entail, though? What does that
Okay. I could be like, say if we was home right now, this is the living room. We could be in here doing this right now. Then at a moment, I could just feel like I need to be alone. I could go in my room and I could stay in my room with the door closed in there for 2 weeks straight. Just thinking, or just thinking. Right?
Did you have diagnosed
masturbating?
I can't be mad at that.
Yeah.
Did you have diagnosed ADD as a kid?
Well, I masturbate. I don't masturbate as much as I did when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I still fancy a little tug and wink here and there.
You know what's funny though? Now that I live with my lady, and it's like if we haven't had sex for a couple days, I feel guilty getting caught, like I'm wasting it. Because I don't have that much gas in the tank. She's like, you wasting it right now? Seriously? To xvideos.com. Whenever she walks in, she's like, what are you watching? What were you watching?
I don't masturbate off the internet though.
You're all.
Yeah, I like to reference old things from my head.
Oh, of course. The heyday.
You know
Glory
what I'm
days.
saying? No, even if it was an old porno that I saw when I was 10 years old.
But it meant more at the time.
You know.
What's
I don't really masturbate though like that.
You don't want to sound crazy.
No,
like that.
It's a.
Have you gotten the speech yet from someone? Has anyone tried to jump into your life yet and tell you to try to be less Jay Electronica? To tell you to stop coming out and calling Rosenberg Judini and say I masturbate? Has anyone stepped into that role yet?
I think now the people that know me, they kind of, like I said, I'm not 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm at a point now where the people that know me, my family, my friends, and the people that I associate with, even though I don't like to use family and friends, we all family, but they kind of know, like, well, yeah.
That's Jay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you do with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's TJ. I know TJ gonna be TJ. You know what I'm saying? I expect TJ to be TJ. Now, that doesn't mean I have an expectation on him to do a thing, but I expect him, whatever comes up in his life, in his mind, whatever he's going, that's what he's going to do. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yo, do me a favor. Pause and unpause, because that shitty camera, the sound will get off from the video if you don't start a new clip every once in a while. Like, you can start again now. Yeah, just every few minutes.
Powerful. Okay.
So here. I'll try to get to some actual stuff that we can get to get you out of here.
My bad. You got to stop me from rambling too, because I'll ramble.
No, it's I want people to know the Jay that I know, man. Ready? All right. We're back with Jay Electronica.
Yes, sir.
A few weeks ago, I played a little.
Salam alaikum to all of the Muslims. Shalom to all of my Jews.
You're a Muslim?
I'm everything. I'm a human.
You really are. You're not any one thing.
See, well, I'm a Muslim according to what the word Muslim means. One who's striving to submit to the will of Allah, which is all. You know what I'm saying? I'm striving to be a good human. I'm striving to be a better person, and I'm striving to connect with people and move. And I'm trying to come up under that umbrella. You know what I'm saying? So according to what the definition of a Christian is, one that's trying to become crystallized with the Christ or the Christ-like principles. Yeah, I am a Christian. I am a Jew. I am a Muslim. I'm all of those things, because all of those things are good things and healthy things. But it's just that it's a shame that those are the things that's used by, I'm not going to even say those in control. Oh yeah, those who've assumed control, or whatever you want to say. Is it? We got a lot of Doritos on our plate of vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the Doritos, they taste good and they're in this food, but the lettuce and the tomatoes is there too. You know what I'm saying? So I am a Muslim. Yes, I am a Jew.
You are all.
Yeah.
Tell me about I was always curious. I feel like I have a guess in my mind.
Shout out to Honorable Louis Farrakhan, because if I don't say that, because if it wasn't for the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, I would be dead in the grave right now, on heroin or in jail.
Why? Oh, for listening to his teaching?
Yeah.
That's where you get your.
Yeah, and also, like. Not just that, many things. Like we talking about hip hop. If it wasn't for hip hop, I would also be in the same predicament. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
do you have mixed feelings about Louis Farrakhan, or is it all straight positive?
No, all positive.
What about his potential role in the death of Malcolm X?
Well, he already spoke on that.
What did he say?
He said, okay. What you have to realize is that during the time of, okay, first of all, if I we got to look at this. See, and I'm glad you asked me this, because people never address this shit the real way. Like, if we walk up the street right now and we grab any random stranger on the street and we say, who killed John F. Kennedy? Most people will say, most people will put on the person, oh yeah, well, Lee Harvey Oswald, but ultimately they'll say, yeah, but the government. Some people agree that the government did it. If you say, who killed Martin Luther King? They'll agree that the government. Who killed all of these leaders in these different time periods of controversial figures, they say the government did. If you walk up on the street and you ask the average person who killed Malcolm X, they're going to say the Nation of Islam. So why is it in a time period where the government is known to be killing off these people, that's shaking up things in modern society and changing the views and doing things, that people associate Malcolm X's murder with the Nation of Islam as opposed to the United States?
Can I respond?
I want you to respond, but this is my response to your question.
Okay, so keep going.
Okay, yeah.
I had a response to that individual question.
Okay.
You just posed. Go ahead.
Number one, the Spike Lee movie Malcolm X played a big part in it.
I'm sure.
Because prior to that time, people were, okay, you got to remember, Malcolm X wasn't an American hero. Malcolm X was out there, the white man is the devil, the wicked beast, such and such, so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was teaching against, we practice nonviolence with those who practice nonviolence against us. We want to separate such and such and such, right? And then you have a small period of his life, a few months, where he started saying things that were outside of that umbrella that he had been speaking before, right? And which is around the time period that he got killed, that he was assassinated by the United States government, like they was assassinating everybody at that time period. Okay, but Malcolm X wasn't a honored person in America. It wasn't like Martin Luther King. He wasn't romanticized. He wasn't on a stamp. It wasn't until 1995, around the time of the Million Man March, which was a huge event that they've erased from the minds of the people. It's the largest gathering in American history and one of the largest gatherings in the world, in world history. You know what I'm saying? The Million Man March, which was over 2 million black people that showed up in Washington, D.C., men, predominantly men. You know what I'm saying? It was all other kind of people there too. Men, women, children, but predominantly men. Okay, where one man had called this, and it was a time period when the media was really on the attack of Minister Farrakhan with the he's an anti-Semite, you know what I'm saying? And Minister Farrakhan has used language in his speeches in public and in private that he himself has apologized for using certain languages. He doesn't apologize for the truth of what he's speaking, but a lot of times, just like right now, if we start talking about the Saints, then if we start talking about the Saints right now, we start talking about Peyton Manning, I might get into it. Man, fuck Peyton Manning. But the truth now, but that doesn't take away from the statistics of what Peyton Manning is doing. Anyway, but around the time of 1995, the Million Man March, it was a big thing. You got to think in music, what was big at that time? It was woo. It was even if it was Mobb Deep and they was talking about killing and guns, it still was heavily laced with 5%er ideologies and language. So you had a large movement of this. You coming into the Erykah Badu's and it was that time.
It was an awakening for a lot of people.
It was for a lot of people, and it was cross. It wasn't just a black thing. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop expanded it, and it was a universal thing. So at that time period, you had a huge media attack on Minister Farrakhan. And if you think about it, Spike Lee, that movie that Spike Lee did, Malcolm X, before that, he had done all indie, low-budget movies. He had got a large quantity of money to do that music. Hollywood was heavily involved. They made sure that they portrayed Malcolm X in a certain light, and they made sure that they portrayed the nation's involvement in his death in a certain light, where they almost removed the CIA's and the government's hand in it all. Now, At the time period when Malcolm X was being threatened and he was going to be, every minister in the Nation of Islam was speaking out bad against Malcolm X. Like, he's a hypocrite.
And Malcolm said, that's who he feared.
Yeah. And but that's not the only thing that he said he feared.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but of course he feared it because he knew what that meant to somebody that's in the Nation of Islam. So, it's almost like, okay, see, here's another thing. And there's somebody that would make the argument, because I know somebody that'll come and make the argument of, I would have killed Malcolm, right? And of this, but they're coming from the mindset of how the United States government deals with somebody that's a treasonous person. The United States government, if somebody's tried for treason in the United States, the penalty is death, right? So I'm not justifying that with Malcolm X, because we love Malcolm X and we love what Malcolm X has done, but I'm trying to show how the question of Louis Farrakhan being involved in the murder of Malcolm X is a question that has been systematically put into our psyche, because we know in the media that they want to vilify this man. But saying, now if I'm a follower of Farrakhan, then I come here and you know me, and you can't say that, if I'm a bearer witness of this man, if I say, well, this is what I adhere to, and then based on your interactions with me, you would say, oh no, well, what they present in the media is a total lie on this man. You know what I'm saying? If this man is an example of, if he says he's following this man's teachings and philosophy, right? But anyway.
Right, no, that's very true.
But Minister Farrakhan himself has spoken. He had Mike Wallace 60-minute interviews that you could get up. You could look at them on YouTube. You could pull them up on Google. You can get on the internet right now. And
I remember the Mike Wallace.
And hear Minister Farrakhan's words himself explaining what was going on in the time period of Malcolm X and the time period of the assassination of Malcolm X, and his role in all of it, how he felt about all of it, the things that he said, how he goes into detail. So I wouldn't want to do a disservice to Minister Farrakhan and speak on something that you can go get straight from him himself.
All right, I'm getting you rushed out of here. Okay. I got to ask you about someone else slightly different than Minister Farrakhan.
No problem.
How did you become friends with Diddy, the Didster?
Okay, I met Diddy through Twitter.
I thought so.
Yep.
When we were all first getting into it.
I met Puff through Twitter. And another person that I say, that a lot of times, we as humans, we judgmental beings. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know people probably give you a lot.
Yeah, people. If that name comes up around me, then somebody's gonna have something
sideways.
Yeah. And not necessarily, even if they don't say nothing, I can still feel the energy of, well, I don't know, be careful, but I love Puff. And Puff is my brother, and Puff is a good dude. You know what I'm saying? And Puff is a genuine dude, and he's a friend of mine. And we all have done. You got to think about it. All of the mistakes that you made in your life, nobody have seen them but you and the people that was directly involved. You know what I'm saying? If we could look at all of the mistakes in your growth and maturity process and your evolutionary process up to now, then you don't know how people are going to look at you either. You know what I'm saying? So
we've watched Diddy unfold.
You watch him make his mistakes, hurt people with their gripes and grievances. You know what I'm saying? So now when people look at Puff, they look at him with all of these things that are shaped. Their perceptions of him that are shaped by things other than him. You know what I'm saying? Like partly himself. You know what I'm saying? Certain things, but then they marry that on with things, with ideas of him that are baseless. You know what I'm saying? And
hey, listen. Let me say one thing. Puff is an avid listener of this program of Relate.
Yeah.
So
and Puff is ahead. Don't get look.
No, listen. That's how he. Yeah. It's funny when he came up here last time. He was like really talking to me, and he was like, "Yo, I listened to your show." Like he's very in touch with the underground stuff. And when I first met him, he was very skeptical. Like if he doesn't know you out of nowhere and you're kind of being challenging, he was kind of like, "Who is this guy?" Mm-hmm. Since then, he's been very warm and a good dude. So I feel you. And Diddy, just get me to DJ some stuff, man. Like I just need to look.
Shout out to Diddy, bad boy.
What up,
in the
Puff?
building. Always.
So listen, I'm gonna let you go because the next time you come back, we're gonna do something crazy. We're gonna light a fire.
We're gonna light a fire, yes sir.
Like, because I'm preparing a collection of instrumentals that I know.
Okay.
You're just gonna let it run.
Okay.
And anytime you're about to stop, the next one it might last the whole show.
Hey, let's do it. We could do a whole show. Of
just craziness.
It could be
Yo, Jay, listen, I'm proud of you.
Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.